All right, number 3, it says consider x equals y to the 19th. We're going to use implicit differentiation to verify that dy dx is equal to 1 divided by 19 y raised to the 18th. And then we're going to find the second derivative. Okay, so this one I'm going to do explicitly with the implicit differentiation method. So we start out with x equals y to the 19th power. We're going to take the derivative of this function. The derivative of x is just 1 using the power rule. Multiply by 1, subtract 1, you get 0, so you just end up with a 1. Power rule will bring down the 19. Y subtract 1 to the 18th power. Then the derivative of the inside, we add a dy dx, because we're taking the derivative of y with respect to x. Now, if I just divide to get the dy dx by itself, I don't need the parentheses, but I'm just putting it there. Okay, this gives us, I'm going to write the dy dx on this side, d, because this will cancel. And leaving us with dy dx equals 1 over 19 y to the 18th power. Okay, so this is our derivative. Now, once we have this derivative, we now want to do the second derivative. Now, since we have a 1 on top, it's nicer instead of doing the quotient rule to just bring this up. So now if I do d2 I think it's d squared y and then dx squared. This is the notation. I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to bring this constant 1 over 19 out front. Okay, because the constant time of derivative is the same thing as taking the derivative. Now, I'm going to take this y over 18, y to the 18th power on the bottom, and bring it to the top, and just give it a negative exponent. Okay, that way I can just do the normal power rule. So from here, this is my setup. I'm now going to do the second derivative. So I'm going to come, start a new column. d squared y dx squared. So starting with the 1 over 19, I'm going to do the power rule. So I'm going to multiply. This is going to give me times a negative 18. And then I'm going to take this and subtract 1. So negative 18 minus 1 will give me a y to the negative 19th power. And then that's the, again, remember when we do y, we're using the chain rule. So that's the derivative of the outside times the derivative of the inside. That's going to be dy dx. So this tells me that I'm going to have to use the previous result, dy dx, and multiply it with this result. Okay, so putting this part together gives me a negative 18 divided by 19. Bring this y back down, y to the 19th power. Okay, so this is the first part, times dy dx. Well, dy dx is 1 over 19 y to the 18th power. Okay, so we just multiply straight across. So this will give us second derivative, negative 18 over 19 squared should give us 381. I want to say 381. $361. Okay. 19 squared gives us 361. And then y times y, you add the exponents, 17, no, sorry. 18 and 18, 36, 37. So we get y to the 37th power. So here is our second derivative. So first it says use implicit differentiation, d dx. We got 1. The derivative of y to the 19th was 19y raised to the 18th dy dx. So that was the first part that we did here. And then it says solve for dy dx. That gave us 1 divided by 19y raised to the 18th. And then find the second derivative. So that's what we got here. And that will be negative 18 divided by 361 y raised to the 37th power.